Hi there, it's Fiona here and I must say I'm pretty tickled to be here today. It's quite kind of spontaneous, and ever since I had a sleepless Friday night, Saturday morning, when this was kind of being downloaded to me and my inner self said to me, this is what you need to be doing, and I'm fed up of just playing with very, very few people. I want to play with more people. So let me explain what that's all about. The reason that I'm doing this call today is because I've been asked to put together a very special training, and this very special training is about me giving you a very personal introduction to your soul. It's the work that I do when I am teaching anybody or training anybody or coaching anybody for a long period of time. We always go into the body. We always find your soul. In which case, you know her name. You know what she looks like. You know what she feels like. You feel very safe with her. You get to trust her. You understand the signs. Hi, Cindy. You get to understand the signs that are coming up. You get to understand what's going on in your house, in your car, in your body. You become extremely aware of what's going on in yourself and in your environment. You get to know what is yours, and you get to know what somebody else's or something else's. So this was downloaded to me on Friday night, and I was told in no uncertain terms was I to ignore this. So here I am, and I've been flushing this out and putting this together and understanding what this is all about. So that's all I'm here to do, to tell you today that this is coming. And I was told to put it out on the 1st of April because you'd be an absolute fool if you didn't start working with your inner self, your soul. I have conversations every single week, and every single time I have conversations with my coaching clients, I don't just call them by their name. I also refer to them and ask questions to their soul. So Valerie is Scarlett, and Catherine is Eliane, and Zoe is Zim, and I am Roma. Having a name for your soul means she's very personal to you, and also means that she's your best friend, and that's how you get to understand her, and that's how you get to work with her, understand what's going on. Now, some of the things that have happened for me by working with my soul and my ladies, because that's what I'm doing, I'm working with ladies in their bodies. So one of the aspects, one of the areas that she really helps clear up is let you know without any shadow of a doubt some of the things that you're holding on to, some of the things that you can't get past, some of your limiting beliefs. So that's one of the huge ways that she helps you. I have also used her in selling a house, selling 2 houses. I was told that by the agents locally, you won't get that kind of price for your house. I ended up selling my house for more than that, and I ended up selling it within a weekend once I understood what was going on and communicating with my inner me and the inner me in my house as well. And I then put myself out there to kind of like design what kind of house I wanted next. So I designed what kind of house I wanted next, and I have all the things that I wanted instead. So what do you want instead? And I pictured it and I understood it, and then I was prompted and I was pulled and I could feel it. That's why I call myself the body whisperer, because you can feel what's going on. I feel, oh yeah, that feels good. I'm going to go and do that. Like on Friday night, I was prompted to do this. So, and then I found twice now, I found houses that were exactly what I wanted, exactly what I imagined. Number of bedrooms, flat garden, location, dead end, whatever, and for a particular price, and when it was going to be available, and the projects that we wanted to do on the house as well. Working with my inner me has also allowed me to create the love of my life, and I knew exactly what he was going to feel like before I met him. And working with my inner me has also helped me be a better mother. She has helped me very much have much better relationships with my children, who both now have their inner selves as well, and I talk to their inner selves. One of my boys, who I had a very tempestuous relationship, it's just 100 degrees different. It's just so much easier to communicate with him and understand what's going on and ask him about his homework and studies and friends. His friends have changed, his studies have changed. My second boy, who was not doing quite so well at school, he was not really kind of getting it, not really getting the importance of it, to about a month ago when I was changing and asking my inner guide for help to talk to his inner guide. He's gone from like 12 out of 20 or 10 out of 20, and he's got 19.5 out of 20, 20 out of 20. His studies have completely turned around. And I went for a date with him just recently, and I said, so what changed? What changed with your studies? What changed with what was going on? Oh, he said, that was easy, Mummy. He said, I just asked Dobby. Dobby being his inner self. So you see how we can get help in all sorts of shapes and forms, in all sorts of different ways when we start working with our inner self. Now, I found all this because I was working on my weight and working on my body, and I was working on the bodies of the ladies that I was working with. And this has brought me to one of the things that I absolutely adore doing. I help every single person get ready to feel that they're going to get spiritual assistance. And I help them to have a personal introduction to their soul, so that they too have access to their soul. It takes a few months to be able to prepare the ground and to be able to feel safe doing that and to be able to kind of like be at ease with it. And then it takes a few more months to just keep the practices up and kind of like, oh, I got this message and oh, I got that message. What does that mean, Fiona? Can you translate that for me? What would this mean? And I feel into it and I just help you understand what's going on there. And I'm going to be running a group doing this in a very short space of time. Again, I'm going to start this on the 1st of April. So I've been told reliably that that is a good date for me to do this. And so that's what I'm going to be doing. And it's just going to be doing open for divine guidance, and I will give you a very personal introduction to your soul. I'm going to be running this as a group so that everybody can sort of share their experiences and let people know what's going on and how it's working out for you, so we can all learn from each other. And I'm going to be posting about that. I've been making out the little page, so bear with me while I do that. And we can sort of share the kind of stories that I've been getting back from my clients over the last few years. You know, the client will ring me up and she'll say, oh my God, I was at this wedding at the weekend and my inner me, Scarlett, told me to go down into the garden. She's like, oh, I'm going to go down in the garden. Put her coat on, went down in the garden, and she just went, oh my God. It is practically exactly the same garden that I was guided through, Fiona, when you introduced me to my soul. And here it is at the back of this castle where I'm attending this wedding. Tears running down her face. Didn't know what was going on. She was so moved. So she rang me that afternoon, that evening when she got a chance. And she said, can you just let me know what was going on? So we talked through that, and she sort of got the funny side of it, and she got that she was getting messages from her inner self. Another lady was working with me, and she had described what she wants next in her life, and she described, oh gosh, this outfit that I used to wear, I felt like $1 million in it. It felt absolutely fantastic. I was on this date with this guy and I looked adorable. And so she gave me the full story, and then her dad turned up, blah, 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 blah. Quite a funny story. And she said the next day she was walking to the supermarket, and there in the shop window was the same outfit. I mean, modernised, but the same outfit, the same kind of like red skirt, white tops, kind of boots. And she went, how on earth can that happen? So we were explaining that, and we were saying also that it's a sign from her inner self that this is all possible for her. Her dreams are coming into reality. So I wanted to just be here today just to tell you that you're not going crazy, but I will be offering this divine guidance so that you can become intuitive and incredibly strong on the inside. I mean, just so incredibly strong. And when you're so strong on the inside, you're not so affected by things on the outside, by the dramas, by the criticisms, by the judgments, by the rejections, or all those kind of things that go on around you. I know so many ladies, empathic as we all are, who get hurt, who get touched, who get upset by things that are going on around them. And when you become very strong and very sure and very at ease and feeling very safe, those things just don't affect you anymore. And many of my clients will turn around to me and say, do you know what? God, my mum used to really push my buttons. And I say, I know, my son used to really push my buttons. And she said, now I can be with her and I really love her and I really enjoy being with her. And she doesn't, how can that be? She doesn't affect me anymore. It's because you've done the background work. It's because you've become very strong with your inner soul. You've found out exactly what it is that you want, what you want to experience, how you want your life to be, and you will put yourself first, second and third so that you get those kind of experiences. So you start filling yourself up rather than emptying yourself out for everybody else, rushing around doing things crazily that really don't work for you in the long run, and certainly don't work for your soul, because that's not what she wants for you in the next phase of your life. So this is me, over and out. I am Fiona Robertson. I am a body renewer and I am a body whisperer. And I am helping you to get divine guidance, to get back in charge of you so that you become very strong. You marry up your head or your thoughts with your body and your soul. And you get prepared to meet your spirit. You get prepared to have spiritual assistance in everything. You will have a personal introduction to your soul. You'll know her name, you'll know that she's there, and you can ask her for help with anything. So I'm going to love you and leave you, and I'm going to share this around into all my other groups as well, because I really want as many people to do this as possible, because basically Roma wants it, and she wants to play with more and more and more of you when we set our souls free to have some fun together. All right, so I'm Fiona Robertson. I will love you and leave you. I will be back probably every Monday, and I do a mini clinic on Thursdays as well about how your spirit affects your soul and all the different things that you can do in my group, which is Women Winning with Weight. All right, thank you very much. Have a lovely afternoon and big kiss.